from the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Monday, October 5th, 2015. I'm Ann Gownley. A murder-suicide attempt over the weekend. It happened in a home on Arrow Road in West Penn Township between Clamtown and New Ringgold, south of Tamaqua. Both are still alive. Police say Michael Mindock III shot his wife, Bridget, then turned the gun on himself. Bridget Mindock was treated and released from a hospital for a gunshot wound. Michael Mindock is still in intensive care. Police haven't said much else regarding that shooting. An apparent hostage situation in Hazleton Sunday morning ended with 3 apprehensions and no injuries. It started around 8 o'clock Sunday morning when state police say 39-year-old Edward Brasky was lured from his home at 1960 East Broad Street in Hazel Township at knife point by 2 suspects. Brasky told police he was held against his will at a home at 209 South Pine Street between Hawthorne and Noble Streets on the south side. Police say that he managed to send a text message to Luzerne County 911 about what was happening. State police showed up shortly thereafter. They say the suspects barricaded themselves inside the home. Eventually, city police got Brasky out of the house along with 5 other people who were considered suspects. Hazleton police and state troopers surrounded the home with high-powered rifles and with the backup of a list of other local police departments. Using a megaphone, city police repeatedly told those inside to come out with their hands up. Eventually, they did. 4 people were taken into custody, though no charges have been filed. 2 cars were also towed from the scene. The investigation is still ongoing. Anyone with information is asked to call police in Hazleton at 570-459-4940. A police chase ended in a crash in Ryan Township near Mahanoy City Sunday morning. Mahanoy City police were following a driver who lost control when he reached a curve on Brockton Road in Ryan Township. The SUV crossed the center line and hit a car with 3 women inside. Police said the driver that was chasing too off on foot after the crash. The driver was arrested when police spotted him on Route 54. 4 people were taken to the hospital. A passenger in the SUV that was being chased and the 3 women in the vehicle hit head-on. Police have not released the details as to what the crash was about. Jim Thorpe's body will remain in the town of Jim Thorpe, and that's the ruling from the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court rejected the appeal from Thorpe's sons and an Indian tribe to remove the remains of the athlete from Pennsylvania to Oklahoma. On Monday, the justices left in place a court ruling that his body remain in Pennsylvania. His surviving sons and the Sac and Fox Nation have been trying to rebury his body on American Indian land in Oklahoma for quite some time. Thorpe died in 1953 at the age of 64. Attorney General Kathleen Kane now says the new X-rated emails she uncovered recently aren't recent at all. Her office now says it had them for over a year. Supreme Court Justice Michael Eakin was named by Kane's office as someone who sent and received what it called racial misogynistic pornography. Kane's spokesman Chuck Arden says they had been turned over as part of a batch of 1,500 emails shared with the Supreme Court last fall so it could review its justices' possible involvement. Former state Supreme Court Chief Justice Ronald Castell ripped into Kane's changing accounts. Castell led the porn inquiry last year. He accused Kane of lying, saying, quote, "She is already charged with perjury, 2 counts of it. Now they've got her smearing Eakin's reputation," unquote. Eakin, a former Cumberland County District Attorney who has served on the High Court for nearly 15 years, issued a brief statement promising to cooperate with reviews. Giant and Martin's food stores are alerting customers of a voluntary recall of Cascadian Farms organic frozen green beans. According to reports, they have removed the item from the shelves due to a potential of Listeria contamination. The following products, UPC, and information are up on your screen now. Giant and Martin's have not received any reports of illnesses to date. Listeria is a common organism found in nature, and consumption of food contaminated with Listeria can cause high fever, severe headaches, neck stiffness, and nausea. Customers who have purchased this item are asked to discard any unused portions and bring their purchase receipts for a full refund. This past weekend was the 9th annual Pause for a Cause for Autism Walk. The event was held in memory of Dr. Jim Hysong. The event took place this Sunday, October 4th at Whitetail Preserve in Black Creek Township. All animals in attendance were blessed during the special ceremony. A Canine for a Cure walk and family walk began at 1:30 Sunday afternoon with a big turnout. All proceeds from the event will help in purchasing a service dog for an autistic child in our area. WYLN is proud to announce a special WYLN reports that will be hitting the air beginning on Wednesday, October 7th at 7 p.m. This special half-hour report will feature His Excellency Bishop Joseph Bambera, Bishop of the Scranton Diocese. WYLN's storm host Tiffany Cloud sat down with Bishop Bambera and spoke with him on his annual appeal and his visit with the Holy Father when he visited the United States last week. His Excellency had the opportunity to personally meet with Pope Francis, and during this half-hour show, we'll hear what he learned and what he saw while on his journey. The dates and times for this WYLN special report are up on your screen now, so make sure to set those DVRs. Time now for a first look at our forecast. The rain has finally stopped and the sun is shining once again. But will there be more rain in our forecast? Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbachik's in the Weather Center with the details. Joe, how is our work week shaping out weather-wise?
Well, overall, things looking nicer this week as compared to what we saw last week. We finally get a chance to dry out from all the rain we've had across northeastern and central Pennsylvania. We continue to be dry across the northeast. Not the case down by the Carolinas. Just getting pummeled with a lot of rain. Some areas receiving 1 to 2 feet, in excess of 2 feet of rain in just a 3 to 4-day time period. A lot of flooding occurring down there. For our area, we dry out. Nothing to show you live 35 Skycast Doppler. Some cool mornings we've been dealing with. We've been dealing with temperatures dropping into the 40s, even some upper 30s out there. And temperature-wise, right now, well, we got 60 degrees in New Angola, 66 in Berwick, 66 in Bloomsburg, and another 66 in Danville. The complete 7-day forecast coming up just moments away, so stick around. And
thanks, Joe. Coming up next, young students got a lesson in fire prevention this afternoon thanks to the Hazleton Fire Department, who is kicking off Fire Prevention Week at Helping Hands in Hazleton. Plus, don't have any plans this weekend? Well, the Greater Hazleton Rails to Trails has a special event for all those looking to head out on the trail. Stay tuned. That and much more is headed your way only on WYLN.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, Gary Perna, Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Chief Videographer Mike Lula, Weather with Meteorologist Joe Garbachik, Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and Gabriella Justin.
Penn State is right here in the Hazleton area.
We're top ranked by corporate recruiters.
We have 4-year degrees, so you can finish here
or at another Penn State campus.
There's new scholarship money available.
And there's no application fee when you visit here.
Penn State Hazleton.
Download your application fee waiver at psu.edu/visit-hazleton.
Someone parking in your space? At no cost to you, DeLuca Towing, located at 191 North Cedar Street in Hazleton, will patrol your parking spot 24/7. Again, at no cost to you. You'll also receive parking permits for you and other authorized vehicles at your property. Call DeLuca Towing and Recovery at 570-450-5685.
Combined Insurance makes it easy to protect you and your loved ones by paying cash directly to you when you need it most. Whether you're looking for accident and sickness, disability, or life coverage, Combined Insurance has a policy to meet your needs and fit your budget. Call John Ravello, 570-499-0504 for an appointment to help determine the best coverage for you. That's John Ravello, 570-499-0504.
This week is Fire Prevention Week, and all across the area, fire departments are celebrating the week by spreading the message of fire safety. WYLN's Gary Perna has more.
This week is National Fire Prevention Week, and all across the country, fire departments are spreading the word of fire prevention. Fire Prevention Week was established following the Great Chicago Fire in 1871 that killed more than 250 people and left 100,000 people homeless and burned for 2 days. Now firefighters around the nation head out to schools and hold open houses to teach kids the importance of fire safety. Today, firefighters from the Hazleton Fire Department stopped by Helping Hands School to talk with preschoolers about fire safety.
We're at the Helping Hands talking to 3- and 4-year-olds children about the importance of fire safety and not being afraid of firemen. A lot of children, when you see you dressed up, they think you're a scary monster or it's a costume. We introduced the children to a fireman dressed up as a firefighter and then in plain street clothes so that they know the difference, that they're still the same person, that not be afraid if you see somebody dressed up in fire gear to actually go to that person, not go away from that person.
The firefighters gave the kiddos some coloring books and their own fire helmets.
We had the firefighters of Hazleton area come to the Helping Hands Society to talk to the children of Helping Hands about fire safety and why it's important when a firefighter comes in and in case there's a fire and comes in, you know, not to be afraid of them when the fire alarm goes off and to come to them and see help.
We spoke with 2 students about what they learned from the firefighters.
I learned not to be afraid of firemen. I learned there's a fire and stop, drop, and roll.
The firefighters from the city will be busy all week long with fire prevention programs, and firefighters from throughout the area will be out teaching everyone about fire safety. Firefighters from Hazleton will be holding an open house on Wednesday from 6 to 8 at the Southside Fire Station on East Broad Street. And firefighters in McAdoo will also be holding an open house on Wednesday from 6 to 8. All are invited. In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
Thanks, Gary. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast. Plus, a look at this weekend's Rails to Trails Run Walk in Greater Hazleton. Stay tuned, that and much more, including sports, here on WYLN.
The Brass Buckle in Cunningham features a wide variety of Tex-Mex and modern Mexican food. Dine inside or outside on their beautiful patio. They also offer a private banquet room with seating up to 110 people. The Brass Buckle, 334 Main Street in Cunningham. Call 570-788-4145.
The Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce provides valuable information, services, and networking opportunities to their members, improving the business climate and quality of life in Greater Hazleton. Keep up with current chamber events by liking them on Facebook, follow them on Twitter, or their online calendar of events at hazletonchamber.org. Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce, helping enhance the quality of life in the Greater Hazleton area. For more information, visit their website or contact their friendly staff at 570-455-1509.
Several positions are available at the Keystone Job Corps Center. Part-time CDL driving position, an in the cafeteria, full-time senior cook, full-time cook, and a part-time kitchen helper. Visit mtctrains.com to apply.
For one night only, October 8th at the Mohegan Sun Arena, we supply the tricks while you supply the treat for the whole family. It's Nancy Kerrigan's Halloween on Ice, presented by Mohegan Sun Pocono and Musselman's. Join Olympic medalist Nancy Kerrigan, U.S. National Champion Johnny Weir, World Champion Kurt Browning, U.S. National Champion Alyssa Sisney, and so many more, the greatest skaters in costume for this star-studded extravaganza. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster and at the Mohegan Sun Arena box office. So treat yourself now to this spooktacular celebration for the whole family.
Definitely much nicer this week as compared to what we saw last week. You remember all the rain that we had, the cool temperatures, the overcast skies. Today, as we begin a brand new work week, we have sunny skies, warmer temperatures, and dry conditions. Let's take a look at the graphic for today, and high pressure in control for our neck of the woods, allowing us to see the great looking weather that we've experienced today. In fact, the next couple of days, things shaping up to be pretty nice across all of our area. In fact, we dry things out. We need to, because we've seen a decent amount of rain last week. Now we start to dry things out as we go into this week. We're in the mid to upper 60s, so it definitely feels good when you happen to be walking outside. A little cooler in Mount Pocono, where it's 60, 67 in Wilkes-Barre Scranton International Airport, 67 in Williamsport. and there's even some lower 70s across parts of the state of Pennsylvania. Mid to upper 60s in the Wyoming Valley area, a little bit of a breeze coming in at about 5 miles per hour. Again, we got clear skies throughout northeastern Pennsylvania, throughout much of the state of Pennsylvania, and no precipitation to deal with. So we're going to stay dry as we head through tonight, as we head into tomorrow as well. Watch out for some of that early morning fog we'll have to contend with as we progress through early tomorrow morning. But then after that, that fog will lift, and then the sun will come out, and it'll shape up to be a very nice looking Tuesday. Cool night tonight, some 40s we'll be dealing with. As we go into tomorrow, we got 60s and lower 70s, a nice looking Tuesday. And going into tomorrow night, generally dropping down into the 50s for overnight low temperature. So again, high in control. As long as that's the case, it's going to give us the nice weather, the dry conditions, and pleasant temperatures. Comfortable for our Tuesday. Here's a look at the extended forecast and what we can expect the next few days. It does look pretty good until we get to Friday. Once we get to Friday, we'll have to deal with some more showers across our area in the 60s, and then after that it brings in some cooler air, but not bad for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Our daytime Pennsylvania lottery numbers: the pick 2, 3, 7. The pick 3 numbers: 8, 9, 1. The pick 4, 8, 5, 9, 2. And the pick 5 numbers looking like this: 15059, and the treasure hunt numbers 2, 13, 26, and 28. Stick around. We'll have more for you coming up after these commercial messages.
There is something new to look for at your local SureSave supermarket. And quite frankly, when it comes to quality and price for your food, it's the best yet. The best yet means hundreds of items packaged at the peak of perfection and priced for the family budget. Look for the Best Yet label at your locally owned SureSave supermarket. When you see it, be assured of the great taste at a great price whenever you need it. From canned to fresh to frozen, for quality products at a better price, the Best Yet, now at your local SureSave supermarket.
Family owned and operated, the experienced professionals at Lehigh Tire have served the residents of the greater Hazleton area for over 55 years. From our full line of passenger, light truck, and commercial tires to our automotive services, including tune-ups, inspections, oil changes, and alignments.
Every time I've ever done business here, they've been very polite, straightforward, and the job gets done quickly and right.
Find the right tire for the right price today at Lehigh Tire.
Did you know that suicide rates are on the rise in Luzerne and Wyoming counties? Did you know that over 100 Americans commit suicide every day? And did you know that you can help prevent suicide? I'm Jeffrey Waugh, and I'm here to tell you there is help. If you or someone you know is depressed, dial 800-273-TALK or the emergency helpline at 211. For more information and suicide prevention tips, visit any of these websites. Together, we can save lives.
Runners and walkers in our area are encouraged to sign up for this year's town and trail race at the Greater Hazleton Rails to Trails. Our Julie Stefanovich has details on how you can register and be a part of this annual event.
Organizers are gearing up for the second annual Town and Trail 5 and 10K run. Around 200 runners are expected to take part in the event slated for Saturday, October 17th. And you don't have to be a professional athlete to take part in this fundraiser. There will also be a kids race and a 5K walk for the adults. We stopped by the Greater Hazleton Rails to Trails this afternoon to get the rundown.
We're going to have the what we call a shotgun start. We're going to have both the 10K 13.1 and the 5K start at the same time. The only thing is that the 10K and the half marathon will be heading towards downtown Hazleton, where the 5K will be only on the trail. So they will head out towards Stockton Road, and then just beyond that they would be turning around and coming back to the finish line.
Volunteers will be out in full force to ensure the safety of the participants. DBI will be out controlling traffic for the 10K, which leaves the trail and heads towards downtown Hazleton.
It's a fully supported 13.1 half marathon. We'll have water stations there. They'll come back to the half marathon comes back to the parking lot before it goes out to the trail. Then we have 3 other aid stations out between here and the turnaround. It supports some very good non-for-profit groups working hard in Hazleton to make Hazleton a better place. And you also want to come out here just to be healthy. Doesn't matter what level you're on. If you're kids, we have youth races going on. Adults that are not runners, we have a 5K walk, and then we have a little distance that could keep everybody happy.
Executive Director of the Greater Hazleton Civic Partnership, Bob Skolsky, encourages everyone to come out and enjoy the scenery.
I want to welcome everybody to the trail. Great time to be up here. October 17th is the day of the Town and Trail race. The colors should be at their spectacular best for that weekend. So let's get up here to the trail and then get some good healthy living in by running, walking, and participating with the nonprofits that are involved with this race.
To register for the Town and Trail Run, you can either pick up an application at the Hazleton Area YM and YWCA or visit valleyrunner.com. Once again, the race is scheduled for Saturday, October 17th. Registration begins at 7 a.m. with a shotgun start at 9 a.m. This will be a rain or shine event. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thank you, Julie. Coming up next, Eric DeBardinis is in with sports here on WYLN. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will have one final look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
Hazel Drugs does more than fill prescriptions. They know your needs and have been serving the Hazleton area since 1868. That's over 147 years. They accept all prescription insurances, offer convenient parking, drive-through service, and free prescription delivery. They carry the highest quality vitamins and supplements with a certified clinical nutritionist on staff to answer your questions. They can customize your prescriptions, specializing in natural hormones, children's compounding, and animal medications. Hazel Drugs, America's oldest compounding pharmacy and Hazleton's oldest business. Let their family take care of your family.
Sports on WYLN is sponsored in part by Burger Family Dealerships, Harry's U Pullet, Fairway Chevrolet, Penn State Hazleton, Barber Ford, The Wire Guys, Tri-County Business Machines, Weatherwood Nursing, Hazel Park Quality Meats, John Diana Insurance, Mobility by Steven, Service Electric, Hazleton, S.J. Kowalski Plumbing and Heating, Coordinated Health, Grand Central, and Third Base Luncheonette.
On Monday, we recap Friday. Now halfway through the regular season and 4 games to get to from week 5, starting with our number 1 team, Wyoming Valley West, hosting Coughlin. A moment of silence held pregame to honor the mother of Spartans captain Chris Reese. Reese's mom passed away 2 weeks ago. To the game, and just the 3rd play from scrimmage, the Crusaders' Zach King, breaking tackles like it's his job, which it kind of is, strided out, 53-yard touchdown, and Coughlin goes up 7-zip. Valley West with a response. Sean Judge hits the hole, and it's like a video game with this kid. Vision, speed, moves. Score 1 for the Spartans, and we're tied at 7s in the first quarter. This one, just more insanity from Judge. Screen pass, and he's down, right? Wrong. Somehow, Mr. How We Do That emerges for the big pickup. The gain sets the Spartans up on the goal line. And here, quarterback Aaron Austin trying to make things happen with his legs. And while making something happen, he fumbles inches away. Coughlin recovers, but Valley West recovers later in the game and go on to remain unbeaten with a 49-20 win. Next, a double-A small school clash between Lake Lehman and Myers. Start of the second quarter, up 21-7. Lehman gives up the ball on the kickoff return. Mohawks pick it up. It's wet out there. They can't hang on, but recovered, and they move inside the 5. A penalty pushes them back outside of the red zone, so on 4th and a long goal, Willie Wallace looking for Omar Kelly, incomplete. Black Knights take over, but cough it up again. Myers capitalizes, this time Wallace to Bryce Waters, in stride, it's Water. They cut the deficit to 21-13, but ultimately can't stop Nick Uri. 266 rushing yards and 4 rushing touchdowns for Uri. There's one of them. Lake Lehman improves to 5-0 with a 41-20 final. We get to Nanticoke, and it's 58-7 in favor of the Trojans over Holy Redeemer in the 3rd. Bo Norton with 271 rush yards and 5 touchdowns. Jacob Havey laying the smack down there. The backups in for Nanticoke at this point in Redeemer with the late score, but the Trojans take it with ease, 64-14. And lastly, WYLN's game of the week, Hazleton at Pittston. This one pretty much decided in the first quarter. The Cougars' Adrian Otero punches it in there from 3 yards out. Next drive, freshman to senior connection, Sparky Wolk into double coverage, but Jose Cabrera with the edge. Perfect ball, 53 yards on that score. And then it's Otero again. Patience, young man. The sophomore waits, bounces outside, and runs hard to the house. 428 yards of offense for Hazleton, and they blanked the Patriots 47-0. The Cougars now 2-3 on the season. And earlier today, a big honor for Lake Lehman offensive lineman and Penn State commit Connor McGovern. He was selected to the U.S. Army All-American Bowl. More on that honor tonight. But next, Joe Garbacik is in with a final look at the forecast.
Your body was made to move, fluidly and with ease. If the need for joint replacement surgery has stopped you in your tracks, it's time for a plan that can put you back in motion faster. The area's most experienced surgeons, the region's only nationally ranked program. That's Orthopedics in Action at Lehigh Valley Health Network.
For one night only, October 8th at the Mohegan Sun Arena, we supply the tricks while you supply the treat for the whole family. It's Nancy Kerrigan's Halloween on Ice, presented by Mohegan Sun Pocono and Musselman's. Join Olympic medalist Nancy Kerrigan, U.S. National Champion Johnny Weir, World Champion Kurt Browning, U.S. National Champion Alyssa Sisney, and so many more, the greatest skaters in costume for this star-studded extravaganza. Tickets are on sale now through Ticketmaster and at the Mohegan Sun Arena box office. So treat yourself now to the spooktacular celebration for the whole family.
The Wiltsey Center presents an evening at the Summit with Frank, Dean, and Sammy, October 10th, 7 p.m. at the Wiltsey Center in Hazleton. The Rat Pack is back through the talent and stylings of these three seasoned East Coast performers. Come enjoy the 1960s Kings of the Las Vegas Strip. Tickets are available at Ticketmaster.com and any Ticketmaster location. It's an evening at the Summit with Frank, Dean, and Sammy, October 10th at 7 p.m. at the Wiltsey Center in Hazleton.
Well, definitely much different this week than last week. Last week, you looked at this radar behind me, and it was lighting up with greens, yellows, oranges, heavy rain. So what we've been dealing with most of last week. Drizzle, overcast skies. This week, completely different picture. You'll see this quite a bit, or you'll see nothing falling from the skies, just a lot of sunshine and some very nice temperatures. And we're going to have them over the next couple of days before some more showers come into play. But we're going to have to wait until the ending part of this week to see that. But other than that, hey, these temperatures are very nice for this time of year. Enjoy them while you can, because we all know they're going to be short-lived as we are in October. So high pressure in control as we go into tomorrow. And as long as this guy stays in place, that allows us to see a lot of sunshine, and the great conditions we saw today will also be a repeat of what we're going to see as we head into tomorrow. And speaking of tomorrow, here's a look at tomorrow's and the entire 7-day forecast. And it does look nice. A lot of nices across the board. 67 as we go into tomorrow, and in the 60s as we go into our Wednesday and Thursday. And then, of course, we know we can't have this weather all year round. It would be nice, but it's not going to happen. We got some showers coming into play, it looks like, by the ending part of this week. And then after those showers, it brings in some cooler temperatures as we go into the weekend and early next week with temperatures in the 50s, mid to upper 50s. Some of those overnight lows, it's going to get cool. We're looking at temperatures generally in the 40s, some lower 40s, or maybe some upper 30s out there as well. But even when we look at the upper 50s, we say to ourselves, boy, that's kind of cool. But you compare it to last week's weather when some of those days didn't get out of the 40s and it was kind of raw, damp, ugly, blah, you know, all those words.
Blah. We did.
That's not fun. Yeah.
We did. Well, Friday night you definitely saw what we've been talking about, how nice it was every Friday, and now it definitely felt like football season. A little bit of rain, some cold wind.
Now it's the rain jacket, the heavy socks. Got to come prepared, and I saw showers possibly again this Friday.
Oh,
looks
boy.
good this week, but Friday showers again maybe.
We'll just
yeah,
look into
looks
it and
like
see
it.
What happens.
It's been a trend. I think you guys are used to it.
Used to it by now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all the rain jackets are ready, of course, for our WYLN sports crew, and that's all that we could hope for, is that the rain passes by and nobody has to worry about it.
Hazleton at Crestwood though this week, big matchup.
That is a big matchup. I remember last year it was a big matchup, so We'll see what happens.
Closer this year.
All right, we'll see what happens. And I just want to say that the autism walk that we had, we just found out that they raised $3,000, and of course that'll go towards a dog, a therapy dog for autism, for a child with autism. So that's awesome. So congratulations, and thanks for all who donated. Have a good night, everyone.